In today's video, I'll be making some Christmas-themed bath bombs for my son. He loves Christmas and he absolutely loved these bath bombs. I want to apologize for the quality of the video. I know it's pretty bad. I record off my phone, but I'm working on getting a better camera. I still appreciate y'all watching and the few of y'all who comment. Let's get into the video. Start by measuring and adding all of your dry ingredients in one bowl. For these bath bombs, I used baking soda, citric acid, cream of tartar, and SLSA. The baking soda and citric acid help create the fizzy reaction, and the cream of tartar helps to harden the bath bombs even more. The SLSA is completely optional, and I actually don't use it in my normal bath bomb recipe. But since I was making these for my son, I knew he'd want more fizz and foam, so I added the SLSA. Make sure to get all the lumps and bumps out before adding the wet ingredients. Add all of the wet ingredients to a separate bowl, which includes an oil, which in my case was grapeseed oil, ploysorbate 80, and a fragrance oil. I'm so mad at myself because I actually forgot to add the fragrance oil at this step, and I had to hurry and add it at the very end. The ploysorbate 80 is also optional, but it does help to disperse the oil and colors evenly and makes it so that your bathtub isn't oily and slippery. Add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients slowly so that the mixture doesn't pre-fizz. Once added, start by mixing with a whisk and then move on to mixing with your hands. Rub the mixture in between your hands to make sure all of the oils and ploysorbate are fully incorporated. This part is very important, so you'll want to make sure you mix very well. I apologize for the camera shaking right here, but I ended up having to add more grapeseed oil because my mixture was too dry. So in total I used 4 tablespoons of oil. If it's too dry, you can add more oil, more ploysorbate, or you can spritz the mixture with rubbing alcohol. Just be sure that the mixture isn't too wet because then the mixture will expand in the mold, making the bath bombs impossible to get out. The final result should feel like damp sand. One trick I like to use is called the snowball method. This is where you make a ball and drop it. If it breaks when it's dropped, then the mixture is too dry. But if it stays intact, then you're good to go. I split the batch up into 2 separate bowls to do my 2 colors, which I'll be linking in the description box. Make sure to mix with your hands again to make sure all the color is completely mixed in. I added white mica to the white portion of the batch to give it some type of color when added to the water. Y'all know I can't make anything without glitter, so I added some eco-friendly glitter to the molds. I always add more than necessary because a lot of it ends up sticking to the molds once the bath bombs are taken out. By the way, these molds are actually muffin molds that I got from Walmart because when I first started making bath bombs, I wanted a different look for them. Add the bath bomb mixture to the molds and make sure to press down very firmly and to fill the molds all the way up. You can add the colors in whichever order you want, creating a unique design. Again, I apologize for the camera shaking right here and the low quality of the video. Hopefully I'll have a better camera very soon. So this is the part where I realized I forgot to add the fragrance oil, and I was so mad because I wanted a Christmassy fragrance, but I had to hurry up and just choose one, which ended up being Cake Bake from Nature's Garden. It still worked out though because the bath bombs ended up having a warm-like fragrance to them. Just be sure to add the fragrance oil at the point where you add all of your wet ingredients. Leave your bath bombs to dry in the mold overnight and then take them out the next day. So I of course had to add something extra to make the bath bombs pop, so I decided to add some drops of mica paint to the tops. To make the mica paint, I just mixed a little bit of rubbing alcohol and mica powder together. Here's the completed look. As you can see, despite me forgetting to add the fragrance oil at the correct point, these bath bombs were very easy to make. You don't need all the extra stuff like glitter and mica paint to make your bath bombs stand out and still look pretty. I also forgot to mention that this recipe made 4 bath bombs using the molds that I used. My son ended up loving these bath bombs, and I'm glad I decided to use the SLSA this time around because the water was very frothy and bubbly. My camera didn't capture them well, but the colors were very pretty, and one bath bomb by itself took about 4 to 5 minutes to completely dissolve and fizz out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I apologize for the quality, but as always, thanks for watching.